Angel Reese, going home to her alma mater, LSU, plays against the Brazilian national team in front of 6,373 people. 6,373 people. This is an arena that holds 13,000 people.
What happens when a big-name player in women's basketball returns to the college where she won it all? You'd think the place would be packed, fans cheering like crazy, and tickets sold out. But when Angel Reese came back to LSU, the scene was surprisingly quiet.
Angel Reese fans, LSU fans, all of you who tell us, oh my God, what a big superstar. Oh my God, transcendent. Oh my goodness, generational. Oh my goodness, so on and so forth. You guys do all the talking, all the yapping. Twitter fingers turn to can't even show up and buy ticket fingers.
Even with super cheap tickets and the hype of a national champ coming home, the Pete Maravich Assembly Center was barely half full for the Chicago Sky's preseason game against Brazil. The same arena that once erupted for Angel Reese during her LSU days felt oddly quiet as she hit the court as a pro. Was the buzz just hype after all? I really thought fans showed up for her too. So what did her mom and new coach, Tyler Marsh, have to say about it all? And hey, if you're Team Clark, drop a CC is the DOAT in the comments. Let's get into it.
Yeah, we're gonna eat good this year. How about another McBrick? Bang! To your local McDonald's, you can order the Angel Reese special, you get the combo meal, you get the bang bang! Hey, get her a credit card, with the reward points, cause she loves to travel! Bang!
What usually happens when a national champ comes home? It's a big deal. Cheering fans, a full house, and a buzz you can feel. But for Angel Reese, things played out differently. Not long ago, she made headlines by saying she was just as much of a reason to watch women's basketball as Caitlin Clark. That bold statement got people talking and set the bar high. So when she returned to LSU, the stage was set for a huge moment. But the turnout told another story.
Angel Reese is now quoted as saying, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. She refuses to say Caitlin Clark's name. It's because of me too, and I want you to realize that.
The Chicago Sky set up a preseason game against Brazil at Angel Reese's old stomping grounds, LSU. On paper, it was the perfect homecoming, a national champion back where she made her mark. It should have been an easy win when it came to filling seats. But the reality, the crowd just didn't show up like expected.
A lot of Angel Reese fans are not basketball fans, and they are proving it. They proved it last night without a shadow of a doubt. That was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen.
The Pete Maravich Assembly Center can hold more than 13,000 fans, and during Angel Reese's college career, it often did. The LSU games were packed, full of purple and gold energy. But when Reese came back as a pro, only about 6,000 people showed up, less than half capacity. Big chunks of the arena sat empty, a stark contrast to the sold-out crowds she once drew.
They did not even halfway fill that place up last night. So the narrative about people are watching for Me Too, people are showing up for Me Too, that narrative is, don't let anybody try to blow smoke up your ass.
What makes it even more surprising? The ticket prices. Some resale sites had seats going for just $11. That's cheaper than a movie ticket. You'd think a deal like that, combined with Angel Reese's homecoming, would bring in a crowd, but still, thousands of seats stayed empty.
There was over 6,800 seats still available, and some people were saying, by the way, that literally there were some $15 tickets out there.
Social media didn't miss a beat. Yo, it's empty in there, one user posted, while another added, Angel Reese fans couldn't even fill LSU's arena for her return, and tickets were dirt cheap. During the broadcast, cameras showed large patches of empty seats that were hard to ignore. For someone with major endorsement deals and a reputation as a rising icon in the sport, the turnout raised real questions. Reese has publicly said she's one of the main reasons people watch women's basketball, but if that's the case, Why wasn't her homecoming a sellout? The numbers told a different story, and they were loud.
We're going to point this out because Angel decided to come out, and she said, I'm going to play the victim. Or, well, the victim, yeah, and the villain. People are watching for me too. No, they're not. No, they're not.
As criticism over the half-empty arena spread across social media, fans pointing out the lackluster turnout got a response. But not from Angel Reese herself. Instead, her mom stepped in with a tweet meant to defend her daughter. The problem? It backfired. Instead of calming things down, her response added fuel to the fire. Photos of the empty seats were already making the rounds, and fans weren't buying the deflection. Rather than addressing the clear disappointment in turnout, Angel's mother tried to shift the focus, something that only made the backlash grow louder.
Angel Reese's mother has gone on the offensive and called out Caitlin Clark fans for pointing out attendance. And I just don't see the point in this. I don't see the point in this.
Her exact words on Twitter were, "That certain fan base looking in the stands celebrating attendance while others are looking up in the rafters celebrating championship banners. We aren't the same. Different year, same haters. Have a great day." There was nothing subtle about it. Everyone knew she was calling out Caitlin Clark's supporters. But the tweet didn't land the way she likely intended. Instead of addressing the real issue, that Angel Reese's much-anticipated homecoming couldn't fill even half the arena, she deflected, drawing a shaky comparison between crowd size and past championships. To many, it came off as defensive and dismissive, dodging the real conversation rather than confronting it.
There is no argument to be made. We heard it from Chinea Wumake as well. We've heard it from a lot of people. Like, there's no argument to be made that there is a needle. There is a needle.
The problem? The tweet only drew more attention to the issue she was trying to avoid. Social media users wasted no time pointing out the contradictions. One fan responded, "Her daughter playing in that empty arena got her so tight she had to take a swing at us. I'm in tears." The defensive tweet ended up backfiring, making the situation even more of a talking point than before.
You have literally got a parent of a player in the WNBA flexing winning a college ring, while because people are calling out attendance. These people are calling out attendance, and the only reason people are calling out attendance is because Angel said the whole "people watching for me too."
Others pointed out the uncomfortable truth. Wouldn't it make more sense to address why LSU games were packed all season, but this one was nearly empty? That question really hit the heart of the issue. During Angel Reese's college days, LSU consistently filled the arena. So why couldn't her WNBA return spark the same kind of excitement?
But people have not shown up to watch her play basketball, and that is a fact. Like, people do not really show up to watch Angel Reese play basketball. And I do think that there's a reason for it, but I do think that can be that's something that you can mention when the "people are watching for me too" statement has come out of her mouth.
The mother-daughter defense ended up backfiring in a big way. Instead of silencing the critics, it only fueled more discussion about Angel Reese's actual star power. Leaning on a college championship argument didn't carry much weight in a pro setting. Success at LSU doesn't automatically translate to WNBA-level draw. And by shifting the focus away from the turnout, they unintentionally spotlighted the real issue, the disconnect between hype and reality. If you have to point to old wins to defend weak current support, the point's already lost. In the end, the Twitter exchange became a snapshot of the bigger conversation. Despite all the talk of being a major force in women's basketball, those empty seats said otherwise, and no mention of banners could cover that up.
The second you go to college, what you did in high school doesn't matter. The second you set foot in the pros, what you did in college does not matter.
This dip in attendance comes at a tough time for Angel Reese, who's facing another major hurdle in her second WNBA season. A big shift in her role with the Chicago Sky. As questions swirl about her drawing power, her new coach, Tyler Marsh, is making moves that could make it even harder for her to break out. Marsh isn't just tweaking the team's strategy, he's redefining Reese's game entirely. The player known for dominating in the paint is now being asked to step out of her comfort zone. Marsh wants to turn her into a stretch four, pulling her away from the basket and out toward the perimeter. It's a bold move, and one that could make or break her path to becoming a true pro star.
By contrast, Reese's shooting woes drew criticism. She finished 30th in two-point percentage at 40%. God. 29th in three-point percentage, 18.8. And her effective field goal percentage was a league low 39.5%. That's crazy as hell. And I don't want to hear nothing about a big. We're going to take a look at something. Even from the free throw line, often a reliable scoring source for bigs, she landed 27th. Considering most of Reese's shots come from close to the rim.
This isn't just a small tweak. It's a complete overhaul of Angel Reese's game. During her time at LSU and throughout her rookie WNBA season, she built a name for herself as a relentless rebounder and double-double machine. Her physical, no-quit style in the paint was her calling card, crashing the boards, battling for second chances, and turning scrappy plays into crowd-pleasing moments. That gritty, under-the-rim presence is what fans came to expect. Now, with Coach Marsh pushing her out to the perimeter, she's being asked to trade that identity for a whole new role, and it's unclear how smoothly that transition will go.
Setting the line at 3.5 hop skippity doo 3000s this year, okay? Chicken fingers? Butterfingers? Butter pecan? Burn!
Na boo boo, you can't get me. Look at me now, I'm soaring through the air like a flying giraffe. Bang!
Sometimes I think she closes her eyes and says, F it, the rim's up there somewhere. Bang!
Let's throw it back to the greatest layup ever known to mankind, the scoopity poop layup. How about it? Bang! Professional athlete, by the way.
She's got more podcast episodes, 30, than double-doubles, 26. Can't make it up. Bang!
But that signature style might soon be left behind. Coach Marsh's new game plan has Angel Reese taking more mid-range shots and making off-ball cuts, moves that rely less on brute force and more on finesse. The issue? Shooting hasn't been her strong suit. Last season, Reese shot just 39.1% from within 5 feet of the basket, the worst percentage in the entire WNBA among players with meaningful playing time. If she'd had trouble finishing close to the rim, it raises serious questions about how effective she'll be when stepping farther out. Transitioning to a perimeter-focused role could expose the weakest part of her game.
It's just a fact. She is, it's more than a fact. She is not good at layups. But I was looking at her stats. I jotted some down right here, and she shoots an abysmal 39% from the field. She shot below 50% on shots less than 5 feet away, which is bad. And even worse than that is that shots from 5 to 9 feet, 13%.
This role change also comes at a time when Kamala Cardoso is taking on a bigger role in the Sky's offense. The coaching staff appears to be clearing the paint for Cardoso, who finishes at a much higher rate near the rim. The message is pretty clear. They see Cardoso as their primary interior presence, not Reese. By moving Reese away from the basket, she's losing the chance to grab those offensive boards that were such a big part of her game. Hanging around the perimeter means fewer second-chance points, fewer rebounds, and likely fewer double-doubles, the stat line that became her trademark during her rookie year. This shift could significantly impact both her performance and her visibility in the league.
And this tells you, look at effective bigs in the league. Jonquel Jones, one of my favorite players, actually. Brittany Griner, 1 and 2. All right, that's what it's supposed to look like for somebody that's 6'3" and above. Asia Wilson, way up there. Then Mitchell, then Clark. Look, if you want to compare Angel to somebody like Aaliyah Boston, look at that. I mean, she's right here, 53.7% from 2-point percentage. She was ranked 13th in the league. Angel was ranked 30th.